Good afternoon once again, and we thank God for giving us another time to meet in the class. This is geographical session with Albert Oforibos. Today we are going to discuss about reduction and enlargement of maps. Reduction and enlargement of maps. And in geography, you can see that we have practical geography, and we have human, and we have physical. Reduction and enlargement is part of the practical geography section. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to calculate for a reduced map, and you should be able to calculate for an enlarged map. So let's start with reduction. Reduction deals with reducing the size of a map in geography. For instance, you have this map, which is termed as a Joko map. This map can be reduced in size using the scale as a means to reduce the map. So this map can be reduced and at the same time it can be enlarged. But with this aspect of our discussion, we are talking about reduction. So this reduction, we are going to reduce the map. Before you can reduce a map as a student, you need to first of all know the scale of the map. You should find the scale factor of the map. You should also know the new scale of the map. So this important information will help you to calculate the area, or it will help you for you to know the formulas in terms of reducing the map. Now, first of all, let's consider what is called scale factor. Scale factor. Anytime you want to reduce a map, this scale factor helps you for you to know the number of times you are going to reduce or you are going to enlarge. The scale factor is going to help you for you to know whether you are going to reduce it or you are going to enlarge it. And the formula for finding the scale factor is new scale over old scale. The old scale is normally given in the topographical sheet, in which you can be asked to find the new scale. The old scale is normally given in which you can be asked to find the new scale. So let's say we have a question in this shape. Calculate the scale factor of map X. Calculate the scale factor of map X. If the new scale is 1:50,000 and the old scale is 1:100,000. This is a question that has been given to us. So in this case, calculate the scale factor of map X if the new scale is 1:50,000 and the old scale is 1:100,000. So you just insert it in your formula. And the formula is saying that new scale over old scale. So with this one, you can say that the new scale is 1. You check. The new scale is 1:50,000. And the old scale is 1:100,000. Because we know our board mass, we can easily calculate for this. We can also say that it is 1/50,000 divided by 1/100,000. In which this operational symbol will change. So it's going to be 1/50,000 times 100,000 over 1. So it's going to be 100,000 over 50,000. Zeros will cancel zeros. We cancel that. 5 goes here, 1 goes there, 2. So in this case, the scale factor is 2. If the scale factor is a whole number, it means enlargement. If the scale factor is a decimal or a fraction, it means reduction. So that is the most important aspect of our scale factor. So this is how you find the scale factor. Another question can be in this shape. Since you have our calculation in session, let's start with the map. Reduce the map of map A to half of its original size and provide a new scale of map A. This is our question. Now reduce the map of map A to half of its original size and provide a new scale of map A. So when you get this type of question, what are you going to do? Now, because this is an aspect, this is our map. We have map A. In this case, what are you going to do? You get your rule, you get your centimeter rule to do the work. You place your long group over there. So we say that this is our length and this is our breadth. So you place your long group over there, then you check the length. So I place my long group here and I'm having the length to be 10 centimeters. Then my breadth is 8 centimeters. This is our length and breadth. The scale of the map is 1:50,000. This is a simple calculation. We are asked to reduce the map half to its original size. Then we write the scale factor. The scale factor over here is, they said, half to its original size. So the scale factor is 1/2. So in a simple scenario, you start with the new map. What are you going to do? You take the length, then you multiply it by the scale factor, in which you can say that 2 goes here, 1 goes there, 5. So the new length is 5 centimeters. The breadth, which was 8 centimeters, will be multiplied by 1/2. So the new breadth over here will be, the new breadth will be 2 goes here, 1 goes there, 4. I hope you understand that is 4. I hope you are watching me and you know it is 4. So 2 goes there, 4. So we have 4 centimeters. So with this, you know that the new length of map A is 5 centimeters and the new breadth is 4 centimeters. Then you go back to your graph to draw a new map of map A. So it's going to be, you measure your 4 centimeters, you measure your 5 centimeters, then you measure your 4 centimeters. So this is new map A. This is 5 centimeters and 4 centimeters. Now, something is missing here. You check the scale of the map, and this, you can see that it's not the same. So it is the duty as a student, as you are watching me, it is the duty as a student for you to calculate for the new scale of the map. And you know the formula said that scale factor. Formula for scale factor, which is SF equals to new scale over old scale. Now, already we know the scale factor, which is 1/2 equals to, you don't know the new scale. So the best option for a student over here, to do your cross multiplication in order for you to be still safe. Since you want the scale factor, multiply here by old scale. Old scale. Old scale will cancel this old scale. So new scale formula is going to give you old scale times scale factor, in which the new scale is going to be the old scale 1/50,000 times 1/2. Very simple. So in this case, you see that the new scale is going to be 1/50,000 times 1/2. So in this case, 1 times 1 is 1. Then 50,000 times 2 is going to be 100,000. So the new scale over here is 100,000. Then you bring it at your new map. So this is going to be 1:100,000. So ladies and gentlemen, with this simple discussion, this is how we calculate or we find and reduce map. First of all, you should know the scale of the map, which is the old scale. You should know the scale factor, the formula, which is new scale over old scale. You should know how to convert it to the new scale factor. Then later you find a new scale. So in all, this is how you calculate. So before I leave, I'm going to give you a question. Solve it, then later you let me know or hear from you at the comments section. So let's write this question. Find the scale factor of map B if the new scale is 1:25,000 and the old scale is 1:50,000. Reduce map B. Have to its original size. Thank you very much for your time and hoping you meet same time next week. Bye bye.